Welcome to the Living Big podcast, where we're all about embracing life to the fullest. Hey, I'm Marlie.
And I'm Kylie, and we're thrilled you're here. We explore how to pursue our passions, nurture meaningful connections, and inject some serious fun into our lives.
We're here to show you you're not alone.
And we want to do what we can to ease the stresses of everyday life and help you in your journey of living big.
Hi, and welcome back to our very last episode of season one of the Living Big podcast.
You just said last episode. I was like, no.
Just the last episode of season one, which is crazy. We can't believe we're here. Can't believe it's almost the end of 2024. We're just going to take this time for this episode to really express how grateful we are for the opportunity to do the podcast, give a recap of all the things 2024 and the things that we've been able to do on the show. It's been so much fun. Thank you for joining in and being here.
It's been an amazing year.
Yeah.
Wow.
So much growth, so much joy, so much happiness. But before we get into all of that, we are going to kick things off with a review. So, Rach S124 says, these episodes are so good. This is my go-to podcast for sure. I love how they use their own experiences combined with the experiences of others to create these wonderful and uplifting messages. It really makes me feel a part of a community and helps me learn to laugh and smile and recognize all the beautiful different stages of life I'm going through and will go through in the future. I love this.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we love you.
Yes.
So much.
Yep.
Season 2 is coming in January. We're going to be teasing all of that on the socials after this episode. So we're not going to get into too much of what that's going to look like right here, right now. But we will be back. So
It's going to be epic.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like we kind of talked about it before, but like we are leveling up.
Yes.
Okay. We're getting on top of things and planning things.
Yeah.
Not that we weren't doing that before, but we're just like doing it, I think, even better.
Yes.
More efficiently. Just, yeah.
Also, the caliber of guests that we have. I mean, we've had some amazing guests this year, but like we're just going to keep them coming.
Yeah.
They're amazing people. So many people are so generous to come talk to us, to share their experiences with you guys. I know you guys really like those episodes.
Yeah.
And so we're going to bring you a lot more of that with specific themes. So that will also help us.
I'm so excited.
And we'll be talking about this, like I said, more as we get into it.
Yeah.
But we cannot wait. So diving into season 1, 2024 recap.
How are we already here?
I can't believe it.
Oh my gosh.
I literally feel like we just started this like a couple weeks ago.
Well, because we started recording in December last year?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it December or was it November?
It was December.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we
it was
started taking
December.
pictures. We started like,
Yes, we took
gathering
pictures in November and we were talking about it. And we
Yeah.
started recording some in December, and then January we launched.
yeah.
And we were like, we're just going to go for it. And this could very well turn into nothing.
Wow. This has been 48 episodes. This is the 48th episode.
Yeah. We should have rounded it out at 50, but
I know. Right?
it's the holiday season, okay? So forgive us, please.
Yes. So season 1, we focused on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I maybe we didn't focus on anything in particular. But we had a nice mix. It was a party mix, if you will, of
The party pack.
yes, exactly. It's like Chex Mix. All delicious together.
The Living Big party pack.
Yes. We had a mix of connectivity, motherhood, passions, fun.
Yeah.
I think we for sure nailed each of those.
We did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Those were kind of our pillars that we were going for.
Yeah.
We were like, we're just going to talk about all of it.
Yeah.
And we did.
Yeah, we did. And I think our approach was more broad, which hopefully we can kind of narrow it down going forward. But, and we were varied in our topics because we just wanted to like kick things off. We wanted to establish what we're about. And I think we've done that.
Well, and I think when you think about the name of our podcast, Living Big, it encompasses so many aspects of life. So we were like, we wanted to really, get all of those entwined in Living Big because that's what it is.
We also have so many ideas and conversations and episodes ready, basically. And so it's so hard because we get excited about things and we're like, we want to share all the things. But we just have so much to talk about. We have so much. I don't know if we'll ever run out of things.
We're a little too multi-passionate.
Yeah.
We like so many things. So that's just a view into our brain. If you look at our page through the 48 episodes, you can see, oh my goodness, they have a million tabs open. That's very clear.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
All at the same time.
So some things we're pretty proud of. First off, we did it.
Yes.
We did the thing.
Which we set out to do this a few years ago now.
Yeah.
And we actually pulled the trigger.
I know.
Did it.
Yes.
Like 1 year complete check mark.
Woo. We did the thing. We launched the podcast in January of this year. We've been doing this for just under a year. Yes, no, because we've been planning and photo shooting and getting ready and purchasing. Just we've been doing this for a year. Mm-hmm. We've been putting out episodes for a little less than a year.
And content.
Yes, but we're not slowing down anytime soon. So just in case you were wondering, just gotta make sure everyone's on the same page. Mm-hmm. We are going nowhere, even though there may not be episodes. So yeah.
And we will still be on socials. So please come join the community and let's have some fun there over the holidays as well.
Who knows? We might pop on for some things.
Yeah. Come see. But we learned so much. So much. Like, I learned an entire new world of technology, softwares, equipment, recording devices, new camera modes. I'm getting way more into video, which is not only helping me with podcast stuff, but now I'm trying to make some more family type videos and home videos and stuff, and that's been really, really fun. I feel like I've gotten to know my camera a lot better, which you guys know I'm a camera nerd, so that's happy for me.
I love that. What haven't I learned? I think kind of like first and foremost, what I have learned is that I really like to learn new things. I just love to learn stuff. And it's been so fun to really dive into marketing and to learn how to connect with people through an audience and build a community and things like that. Oh my goodness, there's so many things that I've learned. I can't even like put it all into words.
One more thing that I want to mention. I think this list could go on and we'll probably continue this conversation on our socials, but I learned how well Marlie and I work together. Like, I knew that we were great friends. I knew we each have our own strengths, but coming together and putting that into an actual production has been really, really fun. Yeah. It's been an absolute blast. I trust her with my life, and it's been so fun to like connect in an even different way with our friendship.
Yeah.
I've really loved it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like I've learned a lot from you because you came into this with already a business mindset, entrepreneurial side of things. There were so many things that you already like came to the table with, and I feel like I was able to learn a lot better because you had a lot of that.
Well, thank you.
So it's just been fun. It's been so fun to put this all together.
Not even to like, I could talk about this forever. I think one of the biggest things that I learned was from the guests that we had.
Absolutely.
We had no idea that people would even say yes to us when we first started. And we were like, we have chats, bestie chats, but we would love to get other people on who have expertise in different situations, different fields, different passions, whatever it is.
That was the goal for sure.
Yeah. And we didn't know how they would respond. Yeah. And I definitely didn't anticipate how meaningful and impactful that would be for my own life to get to connect with amazing people, amazing women doing amazing things on this kind of level. And we've had such awesome feedback from you guys on those episodes with guests that have been really impactful and changed your life.
They're usually the most watched, listened to episodes is when we collaborate with other people.
When we have guests.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to give you a brief rundown. You can go back through, like we said, through all of the episodes that we've released, but the list of guests that we had from season 1, we had Hannah Olson on for Mom Guilt. She talked about how motherhood is a relationship and motherhood is different from caregiving. That was crazy amazing for us.
Oh, so good.
Loved
I learned
it.
so much from Hannah.
Yeah.
Also, she was our first guest and she asked to be a guest.
Yes.
I think that's what kind of like
kicked it off.
Yeah. That gave us the confidence to just like move forward with asking people, reaching out in DMs and things like that. Like, I don't think we would be where we are without Hannah.
Yeah. That's
so thank
true.
you if you
Yeah.
listen to this.
And she's still so incredibly supportive.
So supportive.
And comes to our events, and like we become genuinely good friends with her.
Yeah.
I love seeing her on social media. I love seeing her in real life. Genuinely just think the world of her. I think the world of all of you.
We wouldn't have met her
Yeah.
without this year.
No, without this podcast, we wouldn't have
so
her in our
nuts.
life. And that's honestly, for a lot of these people, like we would not know you as well. Like
Yeah.
you would just be this rando on Instagram.
That maybe we follow or don't, you know?
And now we actually like get to know and have relationships with people. That's been so fulfilling.
So cool.
From this year.
Yes.
The next guest we had was Megan England, my sister-in-law. And we talked about what we wish we knew before becoming moms.
Mm-hmm.
And that was so much fun.
So fun. Oh my goodness. Good times.
Yeah.
Wow. That feels like it was so long ago.
It was. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
So much has happened since then. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. Next, we had building community as a mom and entrepreneur with Krista Humphrey. Okay. We've known Krista for a while.
Yeah.
But I feel like I got to know her on a completely different level.
I didn't know her like that.
Mhm.
So that was
Same.
really fun.
It was so fun to see more of her and to, I feel like, become closer as friends, to just like get to know her better.
Yeah. I love that.
So cool.
And learn from her networking and professional expertise,
Yeah.
which is always helpful.
I love how much she just like radically loves herself.
Yeah.
Like I want to be that.
Yeah.
I want to be like Krista.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
The next one we had was McCall Hopkins, and we talked about strengthening family bonds. And she is a therapist. She's amazing. We love her page.
Mm-hmm.
We love everything she says. And I genuinely just look up to her so much.
So much.
For everything that she's done with her family and continues to do with her family, and inspires me to do with my own.
That conversation lives rent free in my head.
Yeah.
I think about it constantly.
Yeah.
Because I want my kids to be friends with everyone. And I learned that from McCall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I just have to put this out there. You do not have to start a podcast in
No.
order to get to know the people you admire on social media. Like, go to an event they're at.
They're real people.
Or maybe it's not even on social media, but there's someone in your neighborhood or whatever that you want to get to know more. Like, genuinely getting to know more people is only ever a very beneficial thing.
Yeah.
It increases your life. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there. Like, you don't have to do a podcast to have really cool conversations or even targeted conversations with different kinds of people.
I love that thought. Yep. The next one that we had, and this one was way up there in my list of faves, was Taylor Swift Girlhood and Authenticity with Meg Livingston. Again, this one lives rent free in my head. Mostly because we had a conversation about how we all went to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And since then, Meg has gone a couple times
Yeah.
more to Taylor Swift. She went in London. She went to the last show
Wow.
in London. And it was so fun to like see her stories. And she got to see Florence perform with Taylor Swift. And like, it's just, oh my gosh. And then she also went to Miami. Oh my gosh. It's just so fun to see people and the lives that they live and the examples that they set and who they are. Like, I just,
And the things that bring them joy.
wow. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I learned so much from Meg. I really appreciate her thoughts and everything she shared with us.
Yeah. It was
She's
a
so
fun
cool.
episode.
Yeah, it was.
The next episode we had with a guest was Strength and Struggles with Julia South. And we served our missions with her.
Yeah.
We absolutely love her. She is so wise, so sweet, and such an incredible example of going through hard things with just like the utmost faith.
Yeah.
And that episode really instilled in me just like kind of a renewed sense of like dedicating my life to my faith and how that can help me achieve anything, even if life's hard.
I think also that conversation was so beneficial because it shows that you can share those parts of yourself with other people.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we try to like be strong, you know, and maybe only certain people see parts of ourselves, and that's okay. But she was very vulnerable, very open,
Yeah.
very brave for sharing some of the things that she did. And I feel like that gave me even more respect and
Yeah.
admiration for her. She's so cool.
We had 2 different episodes with our husbands.
So fun.
Forced them.
Love them so much dearly.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had one episode where you guys kind of got to know them, and that was kind of a husband's takeover. That was a blast.
Yeah, it was so fun.
And the one that I really, really love was Grow As We Go.
Yeah.
We all know that song. Super impactful for relationships, and we dove into what that means to us and how we're doing that. And it was really fun to hear our husband's thoughts, because they have amazing thoughts and they can articulate their experiences so well. And I love learning from my husband.
I mean, to be fair, we probably would not be sitting here without them.
Yep.
So it was a must. It was a must to have them on the podcast. And we do spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
I feel like in our families or whatever, and we get to see this side of them a lot, where they are talking, we're all talking together and kind of like
Having
just bouncing
meaningful
ideas.
conversations.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's so fun. So to be able to put that out into the world and like kind of, you know, memorialize that.
Yeah, it's like encapsulate it.
Yes.
A little bit.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
I love the conversations we have, especially when we go camping or things like that.
There are so many times where Hiram and I will be driving and I'm like, I should record this right now. Not like necessarily to put on the internet, but I'm like, this needs to be like
just to keep it,
yeah,
just
like,
a vocal journal, I guess.
yeah, I just love the things in his mind.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you guys got to see a little piece of that.
So fun. Then we had Fueling Wellness with Brynley Callie, which if you aren't following her, go follow her, because she has launched her health and wellness coaching business. Okay. She is killing it. We were just watching a video and it made us laugh so hard because it was hilarious and really clever and so fun. So if you're not following her, she's a great resource for anything health and wellness related, but in a way that doesn't make you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. She's so kind.
Very approachable.
So approachable. Just makes you feel so good about yourself. And I just love the kind of more deep messages she shares. She's so cool. Everyone's so cool. This is so fun.
Then we had Healing Our Creative Scars with Carly White. This was one of my personal favorites. All of you are my favorite. Let me just put that out there. But this episode, specifically the topic, was one of my personal favorites, because I just think it was so cool to really dive into how there's so much of life to experience. And we don't have to just like grow into adulthood, become extremely responsible and like forget our creative sides. And it's actually really, really good to not let our creativity die, right? To feed our passions, to feed our creativity, to become a whole human and to foster all the different parts of ourselves. And I feel like that conversation just like really kind of healed some things for me that I've been dealing with creativity and all that, like just shame or whatever you call it, embarrassment. I don't know. Just
both.
I loved everything we talked about with you, Carly.
Yeah. I think that conversation changed some things for me. Like it may have changed my life a little bit. Because I look at creativity completely different. And yeah, I will forever be grateful for Carly and the things that she said and the way that she just articulated things and opened my brain, and just, it was cool. She just, she's amazing.
I have to go back really quick. I don't feel like I adequately said enough about what we wish we knew before becoming moms with Megan England, our second episode. We're just like shouting out each person. Yeah. And we kind of just like skipped over Megan a little bit. And I just want to say she's an incredible mom and I look up to her so much. She loves her kiddos so much, and I genuinely want to be just like her. And so I love everything that she shared on that episode and just who she is as a person. So I just wanted to put that little plug in real quick and then we can continue with our guests.
I love that. Yes. Then we had one of my favorites. These are all favorites. Oh my gosh. I feel like I learned so much from all of them, but this one in particular really hit deep. The Love and Loss with Andy Bryce from Judy's Gingerbread. It made me rethink the way that I look at grief.
Yeah.
Because societally, I feel like we've been told that we have to like go through grief a certain way or whatever. You know, there's like the stages of grief and that's it.
Wrap it up in a bow. It's done.
It was so funny. My favorite joke is the part of Princess Diaries where Lily is talking to Mia and she's, you know, talking about, you know, like Mia says like, well, at least your father's still alive. And Lily, her best friend, is like, hey, I thought you got over that. Do you remember this?
I do.
They're going up the hill in San Francisco. They're pushing their little scooters and they're talking about the grief that Mia feels about losing her dad like 3 months before. Like, she wasn't super close with him, but like she still missed him. She still is going through grief.
Right.
And she's like, hey, I thought you like got over that.
Like, it's time.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
I think what I learned is that grief never really goes away.
Yeah.
You learn to live with it. You learn to be okay with it. And it doesn't have to also take over your entire life. There will come a day when it doesn't.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
But that you can still feel those feelings like all the time, you know, like ups and downs and everything. And I love that she's taken her grief and that experience that she had with her son and turned it into something so meaningful and so impactful and so helpful for so many people. Yeah. And I just genuinely look up to Andy so much.
The way that she shares her son with everyone. Like so it's gingerbread season now, right?
Yeah.
And she has put out these little templates of cute little gingerbread houses or different types of ones that you can download a template and make into her gingerbread. And one of them is the Rowan house.
Yeah.
And I think that is so sweet that she shares him so much.
Yeah.
And
he's everywhere for her.
Yeah. I hope that more people feel comfortable enough to things that maybe we haven't traditionally shared as much. Yeah. Like, why not? Who cares? Yeah. You know, it's your life. And if that's what makes you happy and feel good and whole, what is wrong with that?
Yeah.
Nothing. So do it. And don't force yourself to get over grief.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Overcoming Overwhelm postpartum with Stacey Golding was also another favorite that hit me at a very poignant part of my postpartum journey.
Oof.
I was 2 months postpartum when we recorded with her, and holy cow, do we all need Stacey? Yeah. Also, go follow her. She's phenomenal. If you are planning on having a baby, have had a baby, have ever been postpartum, she is so incredibly helpful with women's wellness and specifically in that niche of postpartum. Yeah. So helpful.
She is so kind.
She really is. And so knowledgeable.
Yeah, so knowledgeable. She has a background in like health and wellness and all that fun stuff, but she's using that to like help women postpartum and deal with anxiety and rage and all of that. Oh my goodness. That was she asked like such great questions and just really got to know us, and it was
basically
so cool.
Gave us a coaching session live on the spot,
and it was great. It was exactly
and I
what
really
we
appreciate that.
Yeah. Yep. And then to round it out, so fun. Motherhood and monetization with Steph Evans. I feel like we have all become best friends since recording that episode, because she is such a kind human.
Such a cutie. I love her.
If you don't follow her, her kids are the cutest. And
their
she
hair,
is so cool.
Her girl's hair is on fire. It's so good.
She just has super cute kids and they have amazing hair. But she herself, Steph, is just so sweet and so fun and another amazing hype girl. Yeah. Like, I want to be just like her. She's so cool.
And she's made amazing strides for her family on Instagram and in social media, and she's teaching so many cool things.
She just wants other people to benefit in the ways that she's benefited without having to put in as much work and time and learning as she has.
She's done a lot of the dirty work for us.
Exactly.
Like how I like to put it.
Yeah.
One of our main goals with Living Big was really to create a community. And I feel like every guest that we've chosen has helped build another piece of the puzzle for Living Big. Yeah. So we want to thank you for being guests, for listening to our guests, for adding your experiences, for commenting on social media, like everything you do, for coming to our events. Yeah. It's what is creating Living Big as a whole. And we love you and we love your experiences.
Amen to all of that. Well, and then a lot of times we'll put out content. That's what's like even more cool, like doubly cool, is we put out content that they have collaborated with us on, right? And so then that means that they're okay with their following,
their audience,
seeing us, right? And that has propelled us.
Yes.
And that is so generous and kind because
Yeah.
we're nobodies, you know, we just make this silly little podcast and it's fun or whatever, but just that they believe in us enough to share things.
Yeah.
So
And to
cool.
comment on stories and everything. I don't know. I really appreciate all of them.
Exactly.
We've also created some iconic content of our own.
Yeah.
For Instagram and TikTok.
Some of it is silly and fun. And here's one of my favorite things, is it's just fun to make content.
Yeah, it turns out it's actually a blast.
Yes. I feel like if you're not having fun making content, you're probably doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Like if you are not enjoying what you're putting out, probably go back to the drawing board because it should be enjoyable. It should be fun. It should be silly. It should be like, I had seen this on someone's stories. I saved it because there's this girl we follow on Instagram. She makes really funny little videos and they're usually about Taylor Swift. And she had said that. She's like, I am cackling over my own videos that I'm making. And it's so fun to put it out. And I'm like, that is why the content is so good.
Yeah.
And so I feel like when
because she's having an enjoyable time.
Exactly. She's having a blast. And so I feel like when we're having a blast putting out whatever we're putting out, even if it's like serious or whatever, we're enjoying what we're putting out.
We're trying to like exude good into the world.
Yeah. Then it's probably going to do okay, you know? And it's, you know, like for what we're putting out, I feel like we're doing pretty good.
Oh yeah, we absolutely are.
Yeah.
And we thank you guys for that. You guys are the ones sharing it, commenting, liking it. Like every little thing you do with our content helps us so much.
Yeah.
And then the other aspect of creating content that I'm liking as kind of like a side benefit is that I'm learning so much and now I'm able to create fun things for my family, even to the point of both my mom and my father-in-law independently were like, you're like our family historian. And I was like, oh, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
And like my brother just recently opened his mission call and I made him a quick reel video. I made sure he didn't ask me to do this, but while we were there, I like walked around and asked every person in our family where they thought he was going to go. Aww. And I put it all together in a 1-minute reel or whatever. And now he has that to cherish forever. And it's fun. Like it's so cool to be able to do. So creating content has quickly become one of our loves. Yeah, absolutely. It was at like a family event and it was kind of a surprise family event. And I took videos and pictures of the whole thing and made a really big video. It felt like a wedding video kind of thing. Like it was a big lift to put this whole video together, but I put it together. No one asked me to do this, but I put it together because I thought it'd be fun. Yeah. And I wanted it to capture the surprise and the moment and the excitement of this experience because it was fun for everyone to be involved. And then I sent it off and my cousin was like, I'm so glad you made this. I was hoping you would. Like I said, no one asked me to. And they were like, I was hoping you would. And it makes them cry and it makes me cry every time I watch it because it's just fun to relive it. Capture the memories.
Yeah. And I went and learned the skills that I needed to put that video together without the content that we make. Yeah. So yeah.
We are a content making machine. That's for sure.
We really are.
Not to mention our reel that I know a lot of people have reels that hit this benchmark, but this was really cool for us. It hit 1.1 million views on Instagram. Yeah. And it was something so special to us because it was talking about seeing each other have babies and birth. And it was just so sweet. So that was a really special moment.
It was about us connecting and it wasn't anything collaborated with anyone else. It was just us. Yeah. It was just our own words.
In this podcast format too. It wasn't one of our
like a fun little like viral reels. Type of, you know, the trendy reels. No, it was just here.
And people use that audio for their own videos.
That is
still to this day
the coolest part.
Yeah.
Is that people like it enough to put to their own videos. Yeah. Like they make me cry. They're so tender.
I know.
Ugh, they're
you
so
guys
cool.
are such good friends. I know. Love you. So much to learn from you.
I know. It's so fun. We also have lots of videos that hit higher numbers as well. We have multiple videos that have hit 10,000. Yeah. We have quite a few that have hit in the thousands. Anytime we hit crazy numbers like that, we are like full on dance mode. Okay. Like we lose our ever loving minds when anything like this happens. So when we did hit the million, Well, when we were getting through any of the numbers.
Yeah.
Like every day, every
10K,
hour of every
20K,
day.
30K,
We were dying.
40K. What is happening?
I know. We were losing
How
it.
many saves? How long? 135
Yeah.
days of this one video being watched. It's 28 seconds.
I know.
Like,
It's nuts.
mind blowing.
I think we were in like craze mode for at least a week.
Yeah.
Where we're like refreshing all the time.
Yes. Texting each other over. Did you see? Did you see? Did you see?
I have so many screenshots
Yeah,
of the same video.
33,000 views. 34,000 views. 35,000
It was
views.
nuts.
It was crazy.
It's still nuts.
It's still
It's
being
still
it's
going
still
up in
growing.
numbers.
Yeah. People still share it to their stories. Today
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you so much for sharing this to your story. I can't
Yeah.
believe this is happening.
Anywho, it's nuts. It's nuts. Anywho, I say that so much.
I know
We
that's
should
my
count. We should
suspect.
count.
I'll do an anywho count.
Yes, when we do a wrap up. Is there a way to?
Oh my gosh, I gotta feed it to some AI.
That's what I'm
thing.
gonna. Yeah.
Please listen to all these episodes and count every anywho.
All the anywho's. The anywho count.
There's
gotta be a lot.
punctuation.
Yes. We have hit milestones, benchmarks on all of the platforms.
For us.
Yeah. We're starting from 0. Okay? We started from 0 and we have hit as of earlier today. I don't know if it's gone up since
In November.
November today. Year of our Lord. November 13th, 2024 at 10:52 p.m. Woo. It's late. We are at 933 followers on Instagram. Before the million view video,
Had like 300.
we had 330.
Yeah.
So we have tripled within a month and a half.
Yeah.
That's
grow.
nuts.
Let's grow. Let's
Yeah.
grow.
That was nuts. And we're hoping to get to 1,000.
Yeah.
You know, and beyond. That's nuts.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
247 followers on TikTok, which I'm proud of. Every day, that number just keeps on trickling up.
You know, we just keep posting on there, and if people like it, great.
We don't really engage as much on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that it's growing,
Which is so
Love
funny because we still we don't put stories on
that's
TikTok,
what I'm saying.
but we still respond to every comment.
Yes.
We still put all of our same stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
So
But we look at Instagram many times
Yes.
a day is what I feel like.
yeah, true. Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say 78 followers on Spotify.
Yeah. 89 followers on Apple.
Oh, I'm surprised. I think I was thinking Spotify would have more.
Yeah. Our Apple always gets more listens.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I am also an Apple podcaster person.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah. And 53 subscribers on YouTube.
Which is huge.
That-
I feel like
I think was the most unexpected thing.
my
for me.
husband literally says, people watch you on YouTube.
People watch us. They don't just listen.
We have quite a few views on all of our videos. Like usually between 50 to 200 views on a video on YouTube. And these are full podcast episodes. So literally my husband, he loves YouTube. So he's always floored. He's like,
Yeah.
people, and he's not trying to be mean. No haters.
Just silly.
He's just like, people watch you on YouTube? He's like, what?
Just sit here, watch us talking.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you for watching us. Megan, I'm looking at you. I think
I know,
you're probably
right?
responsible for most of those. Just kidding.
Well, there's other people.
But she is responsible for primarily all of the comments on YouTube, which
She's so good.
bless your soul.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
Can you change the playback speed on YouTube? I don't
think
even
so.
know.
Yeah, I think
okay.
so.
Because that is one of the reasons I listen on
Yeah.
Apple is I listen while I'm driving. Usually.
I'm usually listening while I'm out and about.
Or either
Whereas
cleaning or
YouTube is
driving.
like you watch on your TV, I feel like, or
Yeah.
your phone, like in
Yeah.
a sit down moment.
Yeah.
But I love it. And I'm learning a lot about YouTube too. So many things to learn, so many fun things.
And it's just been the beginning. It's only the beginning of what we have started to learn. And it has fueled our ideas and passions and whatnot for
Yeah.
what we have planned.
A lot of this was just kind of an experiment. We're like, what if we do this?
Yeah.
What if we do that?
Yeah.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah.
And
so fun.
it's been a blast.
Yep.
So we're so grateful. So grateful. We
Yeah.
couldn't have done any of this without you guys. You are our community.
Mhm.
Thank you for being the best crew out there. Like, we genuinely love what we're doing. We constantly talk about how fun and fulfilling it is.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't really be anything without you guys watching, commenting, engaging with us. So we're having the best time with you guys, having the best time getting to know you, learning about you, having these deep conversations. We plan on continuing to do that.
Yep.
And we hope that it's a bright spot in your day or your week, that it inspires you to live big in your life, to really notice the meaningful moments of your everyday. And we want to continue to create content like that.
Yeah. And even experiences, events and things. We want to just keep curating experiences and ideas to be able to live your best life, basically, right? Focusing on passion, connection, connectivity with people, growing your villages, all of that. Oh my goodness, there's so many pieces. And of course, fun, because we're fun. I think we're fun. Yeah. I think we're way fun.
We're going to ask you for feedback on our socials. Please let us know what you want to see more of, what you would like to see less of, what you would like to see done differently, things changed. If you guys have any ideas, like we said, we want to create a community for us together. So we really, really appreciate and anticipate your feedback.
Yep. We love you guys. And this may be the last episode of this season, but it is not the end.
Yes.
It is not the end. If anything, it is just a really long, beautiful beginning to what this whole thing can become. Yeah. Because we don't even know, we are winging it day by day. Day by day. We are learning day by day. We are just trying to create goodness. We're trying to encourage each of you to live an intentional, impactful life. Yeah. And by default, obviously, we're trying to do that too, So thank you so much for being here for season 1 of the Living Big podcast. Have an amazing Christmas and holiday season. Crazy. Catch us on social media because we will be there lurking.
As per usual.
Yep. And then we'll be back on January 13th.
See you then.
With season 2.
We love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Living Big podcast. You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts.
Join us on Instagram and TikTok for all the things, from relatable mom memes to fun girls' night ideas with your besties.
See you next week.